Hello, Vortex. So something I like to talk about that I think is really relevant to every culture that has ever existed, but specifically American culture, because I live in America. Always have lived in America. And I'm sure that if, people got to talking to me for an extended period of time, they'd be convinced that I absolutely hate America. And they are super duper right. It's okay. It's kind of like, hating the small town where you're from and wanting to move to like a big city or some shit. It's still a part of you, but you can't help but hate it, Well, I guess the reason I never really felt much like an American was because I'm not easily distracted by things. Like, people show me stuff and I don't care, And, like I've said, don't have FOMO, that's fear of missing out. Do not have that. Don't care if, it's not that I don't care, I just don't, I'm not going to make some concentrated effort to, try to, sculpt myself into, the mold that other people want, apparently. And, I just really pity those. That seems to be all they live for. That seems to be their whole life, is just doing that. And I hope it's not making that noise again. I really hate it when it makes that noise. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if we can do anything about that. There are too many people around. Too many people. I hate it. I hate it when there are too many people. It's the worst. And I know my driving sucks because I'm a female, and I just hate disappointing people. So, and I do it. Naturally I do it. Oh my god, I thought that was a person. I almost freaked out. You ever do that? You have to do a double take because you think somebody's behind you? It happens all the time for me. Is that a PTSD thing? Probably. It probably is on some level. It's definitely paranoid. Yeah, well, we left the house, so I think that's pretty good. If I'm paranoid and I manage to get out and be around people, and as much as I hate technology, it's like, what can you possibly do? They're doing whatever they possibly can to, prove that they're controlling everything. But I had a topic, didn't I? What was it? Scratching the surface. Scratching the surface. Yes, that's all that people do. Scratch the surface, because if they did anything else, it would be, above their pay grade, right? So I could just hold the camera. I could just do that, but I don't feel like doing that. My arm is tired. All right. But ooh, I have this bag. Hold on. 1 second, Vortex. 1 second. Like my sweater. Today was definitely not the day to wear a sweater. It was 100 degrees. It was ridiculously hot. But stop going from lane to lane, motherfucker. What are you doing? I'm talking to myself. Lights on when raining. It's the law. It's the law. Don't you love that shit? It's the fucking law. I just hate messages like that. They try to sound menacing. We're the state and we're gonna give you a ticket if you don't follow the law. Why would anybody take that seriously? Why would anybody take authority figures seriously? I guess I've just always known that because I really, really believe in God. And nobody had to teach me about God. Nobody had to like instruct me on like how to pray and like do all that stuff. You know, I just knew, okay, just fucking talk to him, because he's always right there. So, because I've always been super aware of that, it's like, it's just weird to me that people think that they have to be in a building to worship. And, you know, a lot of our, like the Holy Eucharist, that comes from like Eastern traditions, and they don't want to talk about this. I mean, I really feel like the reason why Western culture is so dead is because like they're so far removed from their roots, like the roots of religion. And so a lot of that stuff comes from like things that would be interpreted as pagan or, you know, drug-induced, right? So mentally ill, essentially, mentally ill. All the prophets were mentally ill, dude. All the prophets. Just, it's crazy to me, like, how many people that identify as Christian are, like, so against drugs. And it's like, why are you against drugs when it's like your own prophets, like, probably did a lot of that. That's why they were able to prophesize or prophecy or whatever. And I'm not saying that you have to be on drugs. I mean, I've been prophesizing since I was like 6, and I didn't start smoking weed until I was like 16, I think. So 10 years of prophesizing, and all those prophecies were correct. But, you know, the part of me that was really open to marijuana was the same part of me that, you know, doesn't trust authority figures. So it was like, why would I trust the law? Like, who the fuck are you to say that you have authority over a plant? Who the fuck are you to make a plant illegal? I mean, just that right there. It's like they're just spitting in God's face. So that's why, you know, I've always been against authority figures. And so it just seems like, yeah, religious people are really uptight, and it's not serving them, because like there's so many different like directions I could take that. But I'm so offensive to religious people because of my feelings on drugs and my feelings on mental illness, and like, you know, I tell people, yeah, just go with it. Like, don't go along with like what the authorities are pushing, or what, you know, the media and what the world is pushing. The world ain't pushing schizophrenia. Have you noticed that? You don't have all these people identifying that way. Why? Why is that? All these other mental illnesses are like thriving because they make the elite a lot of money. They get their products. They get their products sold. You know what I mean? Like, people just don't understand that agenda. It's just ridiculous. You know, like, everything is so ridiculous, man. And like, one of the reasons why I'm super religious is because like, I just know that like there's so much evil in this world, and you know, the people in control, like they want you to be convinced that they're God, you know? I said that I was going to read some Thoreau, but I never did it. Maybe I'll do that when I get home. I say that, but I'm off tomorrow, so I can stay up all night tonight. But, yeah, I'll get back to you.